Alright, what's going on, beautiful people out there on the internet? Welcome to the video. My name is Brando Linick, and I want to talk to you just really quickly here about some really important principles and concepts when it comes to starting a lucrative business. And I also want to talk about what I titled this video as well, how to start a barbershop business. Because there's some important things you got to learn about the business model. Really, the whole purpose of this video, I guess you could say, is to give you enough information about the business model so you can make an educated decision on if it's right for you, if it's not, and what approach you really want to take. Alright, so really to get the ball rolling, alright, when it comes to a barbershop business, the first part of this conversation, you got to look at it, and the first thing you need to do when it comes to starting one, having had and having really close friends of mine who have started their own barbershop business, having myself started retail store businesses, first thing you got to map out is your overhead. You're looking at a storefront, you're looking at equipment, supplies, employees, you're looking at quite a bit of overhead. Having friends who've done this, like I said, and they spent anywhere from $50,000 up to and over $100,000 to start a nice small barber shop. That's the ballpark. It'll be somewhere around there. It could be less, depending on the type of equipment, supplies you use, and also location. But that's going to go into your overhead factor, and you got to keep that in mind. And you got to keep in mind also the business model, looking at how many customers you're going to need on a monthly basis to cover your overhead costs. All right, to cover your operating costs, but not just cover your operating costs. You also want to pay yourself an income. You want to pay yourself and make a profit, and turn a profit that's enough to pay yourself. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that's not too confusing. And honestly, I'd advise you, before you consider a barbershop, having seen people do this and literally work their business to death, they're working like 18, 16-hour days, and it's mainly because they have so much of the overhead associated with it that they're trying to pay off, and they're like scarcely trying to do it as well, and do it in a short period of time, which can take a couple years to pay off 50 grand or 100 grand. It's tough stuff, and I'd advise you, before you consider this approach, if you're just looking at this because you want to start a business that's simple, one you can make money at, I've got a lead I want to throw your way here. And if you are open, alright, and you're willing to learn some things, and you're willing to hear me out here for just a minute, the lead I want to throw your way before you consider opening a barbershop business is actually to look towards the internet. And my experience with this was when I transitioned from a traditional business about 14 months ago to an internet business. Came across a person who was building a business online without any of that overhead, without having to invest in a storefront or get employees or equipment and supplies or even create their own products and services. And because they weren't doing that, they were building an income and a business and a lifestyle online, literally traveling wherever there was an internet connection and still building their business while traveling. It was attractive to me. I couldn't help but want to reach out to them, and this person, to give you an idea, was making more money every single month than I was making in a period of like 2.5 years. So I reached out to them. Luckily, they reached back to me. Luckily, I was able to model and start copying what they were doing in a period of just about 30 days, 2.5, 3 weeks. I was able to create a full-time income business on the internet from scratch, working part-time. And I share that with you because before you consider a barbershop business, if that's really what you want to learn how to do, drop me a comment down below. I will reply back and give you more details on how to do it. But if you're looking at this because you really just want to start a simple business, one you can make money at, and build it in a way where you're building a business and having a life at the same time, the internet is the best platform you could get started with and learn how to leverage. Especially when you have the right guidance and help, you can create a very lucrative business and profitable business in like 30 days. Alright, that's with the right help. I want to emphasize that if you don't know what you're doing, you're trying to figure things out yourself, which I wouldn't advise you to do, it can take you a long time, and it can take a lot of frustration, aggravation, and late nights for you to figure that out. Which is why connecting with someone is really the big secret to making it happen. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that really puts off the light bulb in your head, and it was a good conversation. I look forward to seeing your success story on the next one. And if you do, in addition to this video, want to learn more information on how to build a lucrative business on the internet, the same thing that's allowed me, if you want to learn exactly step by step what this person, who's now a good friend and mentor of mine, alright, who shared with me, who's making a high multiple 6, practically 7-figure income on the internet building a business, what they shared with me that allowed me in a period of about 30 days to create from scratch a full-time income business working part-time on the internet. If you want to learn exactly how I was able to do that and how you can too, if you're willing to learn some things, if you're willing to put in some work, what I did required work. I had to learn stuff. Alright, I'll be transparent with you on that. But if you're not afraid of that, It's a short learning curve, and if you're coachable, I look forward to connecting with you on the other side. I'll put the link down below to my site. It's 123marketingtips.com, and I'll see you there. But aside from that, I do look forward to seeing your success story, helping you get the results that you want. I mean that. I know this is a YouTube video, but I'm being, transparent with you here. So appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.